Hello, I'm Simon Bramfitt, Chief Technologist at Sphere 3D. Sphere 3D has recently launched G-Series Cloud for Microsoft Azure. Powered by the Glassware 2.0 containerization platform, G-Series Cloud is a revolutionary new way to virtualize and mobilize both current generation and legacy Windows applications, making them accessible from any device, anywhere. G-Series Cloud is easier to use, faster to deploy, and an order of magnitude lower in cost than any alternative solution. To help you understand just how easy it is to mobilize your Windows applications on G-Series Cloud, I'm going to show you how, in 5 minutes or less, you can take a conventional Windows application, containerize it, and make it available from the cloud. I'm already logged on to the G-Series Cloud Management Console, so I'll just expand the Applications menu and select Install Application. I'm going to choose Mozilla Thunderbird, which is a small application and so won't take long to upload. But before I start, let's get the stopwatch out so we can see how long it takes. Now I need to select my application, click Submit, and then Continue to confirm my selection, and wait as the file is uploaded from my desktop to the cloud. As part of the installation process, Glassware performs a malware check before it allows me to proceed with the installation. Once I get the all clear, I'll kick off the containerization process by selecting Launch Session. This downloads and launches a Java applet which allows me to remotely access the containerization app running on G-Series Cloud. As you can see, the containerization app has already launched the Thunderbird installer, which is unpacking itself prior to installation. I'm going to click through the Thunderbird installer, and off it goes. Containerization time is dependent on the size of the application and the virtual machine. As I'm running this on an A3 instance, it's going to be a bit slower than it would be if I was running on one of the larger A10 or A11 virtual machines. I'll deselect Launch Thunderbird Now and click on Finish. Once that's done, I click on the big grey button to complete the containerization process, and control reverts back to the admin console. The final step is to identify the appropriate binary to associate with the published application and add it there. If my application was something like an Office suite with multiple separate components, I would repeat that process in turn for each separate application, and when finished, click on Done. As you can see, Thunderbird is now installed but is currently disabled. I'm going to select it now, open the Operating Mode drop-down, select Web Access On, and click on Change. Next, I will select Save to update the configuration, and that's all there is to it. Thunderbird is now live and published to all my users. A quick check of the stopwatch, and there you are. Less than 3.5 minutes to containerize and publish an application. When working with multiple independently managed G-Series Cloud environments, it can be advantageous to create a dedicated application installer repository within Microsoft Azure to host all the application installation files. This approach can also be used to resolve issues with application installation failures when uploading files across high latency or low bandwidth network connections. In addition, as you will see, installation times can be significantly reduced by following this approach. Here I have another G-Series Cloud environment onto which I have connected a separate virtual disk loaded with copies of the Thunderbird and Office 2013 installers. I'll publish a separate video covering the steps needed to do this in Azure shortly. Before I can proceed, I'll have to first uninstall Thunderbird. To do that, I'll expand the Application menu and select Uninstall. As you can see, there are two different paths to take when uninstalling an application. Most applications can be uninstalled with a single click. However, for some, such as Thunderbird, I have to launch a separate uninstall session and run through the process manually. Glassware automatically identifies the right uninstall process to follow, making the whole process as simple as possible. Here, Thunderbird must be uninstalled manually, and so a remote session to the installer is created to allow me to proceed. I'll quickly complete the uninstall, like so, and then close the remote session. And that's Thunderbird uninstalled. Now to move on to reinstall Thunderbird. Glassware 2.0 automatically recognizes that a VHD containing application installers is attached, and so gives me the option to install from that drive. If there was no VHD attached, or if it did not contain any installable files, it would not present this option. I'll select Choose from Drive. There's Thunderbird at the top of the list. Restart the stopwatch, and off we go. The malware check completes as before, and I'll select Launch Session to start the containerization process. I'll now fast forward through the installation, remembering at the end to deselect the option to launch the application now. Finish the installation and notify the containerization process that I'm done, and as before, identify the binary that we associate with the published application, then move on to enable the new app. And that's it. A final check of the clock, and there you can see the installation time is half what it was previously. Clearly there is little value in shaving a couple of minutes off a single application install, but if I was dealing with many large application suites across multiple independently managed G-Series cloud deployments, ensuring consistency by keeping all my installers on a dedicated VHD inside Microsoft Azure makes sound operational sense. Stay subscribed to this channel, where I'll be publishing more videos showing how to manage your new Sphere 3D G-Series environment and how to integrate it with your existing IT infrastructure.